morning. Good morning. Tuning into an episode of the TheWunderkindShow. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? Hopefully, everybody has drank their coffee and got their little cream and is ready to have a rocking day. I'm your host, Nitro. If it's the first time tuning in, producer first in the building. Good morning. How you doing, sir? Kush, what's good? Delvon, yeah, you in here early, bro. What's good? Money Mike, money. King Blaze, just Blaze, what's good? Well, I am. Nice to be with you, bro. You're here. King Lee, you know what it is, bro. Broheim, Pablo, which is crazy because that's what, I like your name. Cool. So let's see what it is. I like that Jurassic World Rebirth movie. It was packed on a Monday evening. Oh, you liked it? Some people said it wasn't good. I think King Blaze, didn't you say that it wasn't good? Or Kush, one of you two said it wasn't good. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. I have not watched it. I'll tell you what though. I do want to watch it, and I have a feeling. I don't want to watch the Fantastic Four movie. I've said this before. I think it's going to be convoluted. The two movies I'll probably end up watching is Superman and, of course, Jurassic Park Rebirth. The only thing is, Superman don't look like Superman. Am I tripping on that? We'll get into that too. The idea of having an island full of dinosaur rejects is a fire idea. Now, did they put the whole idea together? I do not know. I'm going to watch it and see for myself. But that's an amazing idea. You know what I'm saying? Because that's more realistic. Because when you're dealing with genetics and you're dealing with, you know what I'm saying, the Geneva Convention and all that stuff that they have where you can't do cloning and all those things, you're going to have failures. And the idea that you never really got rid of the failures, but used those failures as benchmarks to build the perfect products visually, that makes total sense. And that's why I said I wouldn't just have one. I'd have had multiple dinosaurs, deformed dinosaurs that are like monstrosities. Even having like having something where there was too much of the frog gene. Because remember, they were using the frog gene to fill in the genome sequences for the DNA and RNA of the dinosaurs, having them have some like overly amphibious abilities. Like that could be what happened with the Tyrannosaurus Rex on that one. Probably why he could swim the way he was swimming. I don't know. But that's where my mind goes to. You know, having the ability to jump really well. Well, that kind of goes against physics. But still, you know what I mean? I heard the Browns are going to cut Shedeur. Listen, let me tell you this right now. The Browns, if they cut Shedeur, they throw themselves back another 10 years with a great quarterback. They would be stupid, idiotic. Shedeur is eventually going to start on an NFL team. And when he does, he's going to shine. And everyone's going to be like, all of you guys passed on him. That's number one. And then on top of passing on him, the team that had him, seeing his upside, said, nah. So for me, who's a content creator, Browns fans would really like me. Because then I would start to question the integrity of all of the establishments within the NFL. Because are you truly trying to win? Or are you just trying to get paid? Are you trying to give the fans something to root for? Or are you just trying to root through their pockets? And the Lamar stuff lends credence to everything that I just stated. Shedeur Sanders, I would take him over Brock Purdy. I would take him over Goff. I would take him, who else would I take him over? Heck, I would take him over, what's his name, for the Jaguars? What's his name? Lawrence. I'd take him over Lawrence. A lot of these teams have high deficiencies at the quarterback position. and they're willing to fail with thus quarterback because they wasted draft picks or they drafted that quarterback high or, you know what I mean? I'd take him over Tua. Yes. I'd pick him over Drake May also. Like, the only person in that division with Josh Allen that would get picked over him is Josh Allen. Every other quarterback, you'd be like, I don't know, I might take him over them. I take Shedeur over all those other three quarterbacks. Real talk. Everybody says you've seen Lawrence was terrible last year. Lawrence he's had one decent year and the rest have been bad years. I'd quickly take him over Lawrence. Lawrence, and that's my thing, Lawrence got paid off of a mediocre year. Lawrence got paid because emphasis on the word looks like a prototypical quarterback. I'm telling you. It's the only reason why. He has not been good at all. He's been way worse than Herbert, Burrow, all of them. Bro, everybody tells me not to sleep on him. Trevor Lawrence has not been good, bro. Like, he has not been good. He's been given the benefit of the doubt because of where he was taken in the draft and because, once again, he looks the part. But he has not been good. He has not been good at all. Hold on. I got you. All right. Let's see. First year, 2,000 yards, 11 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 85 rating. Next year, 4,000 passing yards, 21 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, 88.5. His best season was 2022 with 4,100 and my bad, I'm doing this backwards, my bad. Yeah, that was his best season though, the 41-13. That was his best season, 25-8, 95 passer rating. Every year after he's gone down, 4,000 to 2,000. If he's not able to run, he's what they say Lamar is. If he's not able to have a legit running game next to him and able to run the ball himself, he's ineffective. He's ineffective. If you make him a passer, he's totally ineffective. He's what they say, like he's actually what they say Lamar is, which is crazy. Which is crazy. The reason, once again, he's had back-to-back 4,000 passing yard seasons in 2022, 2023. If you break down those statistics, it's not as good as you think it is. His QBR is extremely low. Like, all those things are low. There's a reason why. The whole thing leaked. Man, I be trying to talk, and y'all just be in the chat just going off, and I be missing it. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, he was swimming good. Who is swimming good? Please cut him. We don't need him in the AFC North. Yo, Pablo's cutthroat. He said, look, man, you'll get on somewhere else, man. We don't need you in the AFC North. Listen, I want him to do well, but I told y'all already I did not want him in the AFC North. We have enough to contend with in the AFC North. I'm telling y'all this right now. The Browns would be the stupidest organization to hitch their bandwagon to Joe Flacco, an aging out veteran who has already proved to be nothing but a flash in the pan at this stage of his career, and already bad deal with Deshaun Watson, star quarterback. So now you pretty much those two quarterbacks are not your future. Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and I think the only two that you could say is the two young guys. One of those two could be your future. That's it. Kenny Pickett is nobody's future. Small hands Pickett ain't doing nothing. Man can't even pick up a picket fence. Not small, like one of the panels for a picket fence. His hand's so small. He looked like a T-Rex. So, yeah, bro. We already know those three aren't your future. The other two are. And if you with Shadur, who is the bigger guy, he has some athleticism, enough athleticism to get him out of trouble. Better athleticism than Joe Burrow, better athleticism than, I believe Trevor Lawrence and them. Like, what are we doing? Like, that's crazy, right? When you hear about Shadur, they're like, oh, he ain't fast like Deion. Like, he's big and he's like 6'2", right? And the guy can run. He can make moves, make people miss. Yeah, he's not Lamar, but you don't need every quarterback to be like Lamar. Lamar's 101. You're not asking Joe Burrow to be fast like that. Trevor Lawrence to be fast like that. Herbert to be fast like that. Josh Allen to be fast like that. Stop with the cap. Baker Mayfield to be fast like that. Jared Goff to be fast like that. Matthew Stafford to be fast like that. Like, stop. 49ers. Listen, the 49ers, if they get Shadur Sanders, I would say more Miami. Tua's always hurt. If Tua gets hurt this year again, that's the perfect destination for him. A coach that is a creative, that has a very strong offensive creative mind. He has weapons. Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Achane. Like, he got weapons. Waller, the tight end. Like, that makes the most sense to me. And he's in a division where he could probably come second every year, getting into the playoffs on most circumstances. So yeah, I'm just being real. That's what I would look at it as. Hey, Ashley Shelton, how you doing? You made it in. All right. Producer trying to stay cool. It's hot, but blessed nonetheless. All of us are blessed. We all woke up this morning. We're all blessed. What, Waveman Jay, what do you mean the whole thing leaked? Penny Kiki got those rose scary hands. Yeah, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Cleveland things. Drip Sports was good. Bro, I'm like, Cleveland would have to be out of their minds to do that. You know how dumb you got to be to let go of Shadur Sanders when you've already got him so far down the draft? Yo, listen, I'm telling you they're going to regret it. I'm telling you. We're going to look back at this and be like, yeah, like, this is the funny thing, too. They'll say and look at fans and be like, we have no understanding of football, then do stupidity like that and then try to make excuses for it. Like Atlanta and all of them try to think like, this is why I try to tell people, man, listen, I don't call myself a fan like that because there's a derogatory version of when you mention the word fan. I'm a football connoisseur. Like, real talk. They're hoping they get January Joe. Bro, it's so ridiculous. Like, Joe Flacco's already shown the inability to truly lead a team and be consistent throughout an entire season. He was like that on the Ravens. He had the greatest postseason run in NFL history. But if you're looking at a player and you're saying, oh, can they consistently do it week in and week out? Joe Flacco's never been that. He had one season where he was that, and that was with Gary Kubiak. That was it. No other season comes even close. None. So, like, what are we talking about here? The past draft was insane. In what world does Tyler Show get drafted before Shadur? Bro, politics are politicking. That's what that is. That's what I try to tell people a lot of times, where it's more politics than common sense. It's more politics than intelligence. It's facts. The same thing be happening in the NBA. Listen, you'll hear NFL guys say there are bench guys that are better than the starters that are not allowed to start because they don't have the investment in them that the starter has. You were brought in to be like a bench body. You will be a bench body. You're in that box. There's no reason we're going to let you out of that box. Yeah, you're doing our starter up bad. You weren't brought in here to show him up. So a lot of times the best players don't even start. It's like that in all professional sports. It's a whole bunch of politics. 2014, Joe Flacco was a beast. Flacco folded last year against the Giants to miss the playoffs. Owen Daniels dropped that touchdown to beat Brady in the past in 2014. Owen Daniels was the former tight end for the Texans. I told you I was a big Texan guy. Because I loved Andre Johnson so much, I kept up with that team heavily. Owen Daniels was the former tight end of the Texans. I remember that whole lineup. Matter of fact, that was the team I was using when I used to play Madden, was the Texans. With Owen Daniels, Kevin Walter, Andre Johnson, Arian Foster, Matt Schaub as the quarterback, Jacoby Jones as the third receiver, or some people say Jacoby. Like, that's what it is, man. That's what I'm trying to, like, bruh. I remember that team. On Madden, I was sick with that team, bruh. You were not beating me with that team. You were not. Not happening. Oh, my gosh. Used to love using that team in Madden. Andre Johnson was my favorite. Him and Steve Smith Sr. are my two favorite wide receivers. If I'm looking at a wide of all time. Like my personal favorites. Those are my two favorites. Steve Smith Sr. and Andre Johnson. And then Arian Foster was he was poetry in motion, man. I've never seen a running back glide like that. Just glide. He would just glide and he would just dead leg you and go the other direction. I've never seen a running back run the stretch. And I know some people are going to say TD from the Broncos, Terrell Davis, great. Like I said, I have never seen a running back run the stretch running play as well or as fluid as Arian Foster. Never. Ever. Arian Foster was so nice to watch, man. You watch him, you be like, dang. It's like certain guys, when they play, they just have an intriguing element to the eyes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're pleasing to watch. Pause. Arian Foster is one of those guys. The way he would run, he would keep just, and just start long striding. He didn't have the neck breaking speed. The way he could just dead leg cut on anybody. At that 6'1" frame, poetry. And then bow to you in the end zone, nasty work. Man, happy when he got his contract, his money. But the regular season doesn't matter. Ask non-playoff teams if it matters. Exactly. That's why I tell people it's so stupid when they say the regular season doesn't matter for you. You know what I mean? That when I hear people say that with Lamar, I say you guys are hypocrites. Because every game that the Ravens lose, it leads your topics. So if it doesn't matter, why are you guys talking about it so much? Why is it leading your topics? Why is there new narratives about Lamar can't win, or has he lost his shine, or has he lost his vigor if they can't win? Get out of here, bro. It's the most loaded foolishness I've ever heard in my life. Only when they make the playoffs and are killing and destroying people, then it doesn't matter. If they're losing, then it matters. Yes, Yami, Andre, University of Miami. You already know a lot of great players came out of that University of Miami. You already know that. You already know that. Telling you though, man, I'm big on that Likely. I'm so big on Isaiah Likely, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Anybody that has watched The Wunderkind Show knows how big I've been on Isaiah Likely. He has no flaws. With some tight ends, you look at them and you say, they're not fast. You know what I'm saying? They're too stiff. Can't flip their hips. Don't have consistent hands. Can't block. This guy has it all. He could do everything that every other tight end in the league can do. And then on top of it, he has the best yak ability out of all of them. And he has probably the best big play ability out of all of them. So you're looking at a player that has everything that these other tight ends can do. And on top of it, those two things that they can't do. It's like Lamar. It's like he could throw like all the other quarterbacks, just as good as the best ones, right? Stay in the pocket, dissect you, everything else. But on top of it, he has the elusivity of Barry Sanders, the breakaway speed of Tyreek Hill, right? And the agility of also a Barry Sanders, or a Mike Vick escapability. Like, what are we talking about here, bro? Like, now you're looking at a guy that is like, bro, that's not normal. Duh, you're getting more bang for your buck. Eli Sports Guy was good. Le'Veon Bell was kind of like that too. What Le'Veon would do is, Le'Veon never took the first hole. Pause. What he would do is he would run it, and then start peeking. Peekaboo. I call his running style the peekaboo. Because he would run behind his guard and then look right. And then if he sees you go right, he goes back left. And he has his hand to guide him. So if you go, I'm going this way, I'm going this way, I'm going to go like this way, and he'll pick up 5 or 6 yards doing that. Then eventually, pick up 10 yards doing that. You know what I'm saying? Where Le'Veon Bell truly shined was his ability to be a third or second receiver in the pass game. That's where Le'Veon Bell was truly elite. His ability to be able to run routes, get open against even press coverage, like that was insane. That's what made Le'Veon Bell, was his ability of receiving. His running skills was good. To me, it was good. It was never great. And matter of fact, what was his best rushing year? I'll go and check. Hold on. What was his best rushing year? I'm going to go tell y'all right now. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. His best rushing year was 1361 in 2014, his second year in the league. After that, look at this. He had 860 rushing yards, 1,361 rushing yards, which is a really, really good year. But not a great year. That's a really good year. I'm going to just be honest. 556 the next year, 1,200 the next year, 1,200 the next year. Then, well, to be fair, that 1,200 at the end of the 70s was almost 1,300, but it's still 1,200. He almost reached 1,300 twice, 2 times more. Then it was 789 after that. That one year, he had 854 yards receiving, 616 yards receiving, 655 yards receiving, 461 yards receiving, 399 yards receiving. Yeah, that's what made him truly different. And mind you, his average per catch on that 2014 year was 10.3, with 3 touchdowns and a 48 long for receiving. He had almost 900 yards receiving. So yeah, that was his best season. 1,361 rushing yards, 854 receiving yards. What is that? 20? Dang. 2,200 all-purpose yards. Crazy work. And he had 105 targets. 83 receptions. Yay, hello. What's good? Hey, enough times in here. Yes, sir. What's good, Tactical? How you doing, bro? Enough Time TV. First time in here. Hopefully you subscribe. Glad to have you in here, bro. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I ain't going to give it up, but shout out to Enough Time. Bell was literally looked like he was jogging on the field because of how good his O-line was for that style of play. I call that the pickaboo running style, bro. That's what he did. Go back to every style. He never hit the hole. Never. Because if you look at Le'Veon, he never liked to take hits. He would look at the hole and be like, put a hand in the back of the offense. Let me go back this way. Whoa, look how they doing there. Let me go back this way. Whoa, oh my God, somebody hit me over there. Go back the other way. Whoa. He would do that like 4 to 5 times every rushing play. Every single time. Like I said, the best receiving running back by far. Marshall Faulk had how many 1,000-yard receiving seasons? Was it like 2 or 3? Greatest show on turf, the Rams. Hold on. Marshall Faulk was the epitome of a receiving back. The epitome of it. It's still kind of crazy to me how he doesn't have the most all-purpose yards in a season. Actually, Chris Johnson does, which is crazy. A lot of people don't know that. See, but he was still solid, though. Like, 1,200 yards his rookie year, 1,000 yards his second year, 587 off because of injuries and other reasons. Then he goes to 1,000. Then he goes to 13. Then he goes to the Rams. Then he goes 1,300 yards, 1,300 yards, almost 1,400 yards, 1,300 yards, 1,300 yards again, almost 1,400. He goes almost 1,400 yards twice. Then he drops off to 953. He only played 14 games that season, 4.5 yards in average, 12 touchdowns, 8 touchdowns that year, but 12 touchdowns, 18. Bro, the man had 18 rushing touchdowns in a season, bro. That is crazy. Then let's go to receiving. Oh, well, he had one. So he had 908 yards receiving in his last year in Indiana. Then he went to 1,000 yards receiving, then 830 yards receiving, then 765 yards receiving. Nasty. It's crazy that Kamara from the Saints never had a 1,000-yard season. It looked like he could have got that if given the ball enough times. Christian McCaffrey's had it, twice? How much time Christian McCaffrey has had 1,000 yards in a season rushing? I don't know. I'm going to check it right now. And to show you how crazy it is, Christian McCaffrey's only had 3 seasons over 1,000 yards. To show you how crazy that is. People don't like to bring that up. He's only had 3 seasons. Christian McCaffrey's been in the league now for, let me go down. I'll tell you right now. He's been in the league now for like 8 or 9 seasons. 8 or 9 seasons. He's only went over 1,000 yards 3 times. Oh, LaDainian. Yeah, LaDainian Thompson was nice like that, bro. LaDainian was 1-on-1. 1 of 1. That season in 2023 was his best season of his career. Straight up, 1459. 2019 is when he went for 1,000 yards. To show you how crazy that is, though, there's a reason. Like, he had 1,000 yards receiving, right? But he had 142 targets, bro. Like, 142 targets and 116 receptions. Like, yeah, you're supposed to get 1,000 yards receiving. That's 2019. And he also had 1,387 yards on the ground. 4.8, 15 touchdowns. 15 touchdowns on the ground. 4 touchdowns through the air. It's an amazing season, but that's a lot of usage. Like, that's a receiver one amount of receptions. 142 targets. Crazy. LaDainian Tomlinson, listen, I'll be real with you. There probably will never be another guy that was better at picking up touchdowns than LaDainian. Because LaDainian could do it all. People forget he was throwing touchdowns. Like, LaDainian will have a game where he would throw a touchdown, rush a touchdown, receive a touchdown. Like multiple games like that. Like, LaDainian Tomlinson he understood just how to get a touchdown. His nickname should have been LT, should have been TD for touchdown. The man was I don't know what it was with his ability to get into or find a way to score touchdowns. He was just a monster. Then if you look at how do you argue this type of production? From 2001, 1,200 yards, 1,600 yards, 1,600 yards, 1,300 yards, 1,400 yards, 1,800 yards, 1,400 yards, 1,100 yards. In those years, did he ever have 1,000 yards? No, but he had, 367 yards receiving, 489 yards receiving, 725 yards receiving, 441 yards receiving, 508, 370, 475, 426. Man, and then he had passing. Look at this. In 2005, he had 3 passing touchdowns in that season. He completed 75%. He had 75% completion percentage. Crazy. What year was that? That was 2005. So 2005, he also had 370 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns on there, and 1,400 yards, almost 1,500 yards, and 18 touchdowns on the ground. Then that other 2006, this said he had 28 touchdowns. Him. I'm not picking any running back over Barry Sanders. I'm not. Barry Sanders was doing what he was doing with one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL. An offensive line that would have got a lot of these guys hurt. A lot of the other guys wouldn't be able to produce. Or it would have shortened their NFL life expectancy plans. You understand where I'm coming from? Barry Sanders was making nothing. He was making something out of nothing. He's the definition of cooking with what you got. There'll never be another running back like Barry. Barry is one of one. He's one of those guys where just put him on the field and he's going to score. He's going to score. Listen, LT to me is a top 5 running back of all time, but I'm not putting him over Barry. I'm not. Barry to me is the greatest running back of all time. The MVP season for LT, 28 touchdowns. Dang. To be real with you, that amount of touchdowns in a season is that's the reason why you put him top 5. 1,800, let's see, it's 2006, 1,800 yards on the ground, 28 touchdowns, 85 was the longest. He only lost 1 fumble that year. Jesus. He also had 508 yards receiving, 9.1 yards a catch, 3 touchdowns through the air. Hold on. And he had 2 passing touchdowns also. Bruh, yeah, he's top 5. I don't see how you argue that. He had arguably a top 3 running back season of all time. Top 3. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Barry Sanders retired after putting up, 1,400 yards? I believe it was. His last season of his career, Barry ran for 1,400 yards. And was in the MVP voting. And he said, I'm done. That's why I don't want to hear Lion fans tell me anything. They've ran some of the greatest talents at their positions into the ground. Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson ran them into the ground where they just said, I don't want to do this no more. They took away the joy of the game from them men. Then they quit early. So we're done. We're done. I don't want nothing else to do with y'all. Y'all be tripping. Barry is why I wore number 20, bro. Adrian Peterson to me is not better than LT. If you want to say just purely just running the ball, I get it. Adrian Peterson, you would be like, but if you're looking for overall everything, I think LT was a better back, personally. I think so. I think Adrian Peterson, when you just talk about just running with the ball, I think he's up there with the greatest to ever do. I'm talking about Jim Brown and them. But when you talk about the overall impact of one player, AP, bro, LT was something else, bro. People really do sleep on LT. They really do. Like what he was doing. You're throwing touchdowns, running 28 touchdowns, guys. And that's just on the ground. He had an additional 3 through the air, or 2 through the air, and 3 receiving. Like, come on now, bro. Come on now, bro. Like, Offensive Player of the Year and NFL MVP. That man, Barry Sanders. Bro, Barry Sanders was just, from 89 to 98, let's go through it, 1,470 yards. First year coming into the league. Second year, 1,304 yards. Nice. 5-point yards a carry. 1,500, 1,300, 1,100, 1,800, 1,500, 1,500, 2,000, almost 1,500 to 1,491, right? 4 touchdowns, and he said, I'm out. I'm done. Yeah, Barry could have played at least another 3 years. Easy. Never had under 1,000 yards in any of his seasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Played 10 seasons and never had under 1,000 yards. The lowest he's ever went is 11-15. And that year, he missed 5 games. That year he probably would have went for 16 or 1,700 yards. Like, bro, 101. 101, I'm sorry, guys. 101. Sanders, Brown, Peyton, LT, Lynch. Marshawn Lynch is great, but I don't got Marshawn Lynch over AP or Henry. Be real with you. AP, boy, he was nice. I'm not throwing shade. But, man. That man rushed for 1,100 yards in 11 games. It's nasty work, bro. Barry's him. Barry was him. LT first 10 years had 1,000 plus till he got hurt. I think so, but it wasn't as explosive as his was. I mean, this man only went under 1,300 yards once in his career. Barry Sanders went under 1,300 yards once in his entire career. Every year after that, he's over 1,400 yards. Like, come on now, bro. His 2 lowest productive seasons was 1,300 and 1,100 yards. The 1,100 yards one, he played 11 games. He was well over 100 yards per game that year. Well over it. Well over it. We got 19 people in here. Please remember to like, subscribe to that notification bell, guys. Don't forget, please. It does help out the algo. So hold on. Hold on, guys. Let's check this out, too. Right? Who's that at my door? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Somebody's beating down my front door. Hold on 1 second. I'm coming back. Hold on. I'm coming. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. It was the police. Crazy work. Crazy work. Had the police. Yo. Nah. I ain't come back as Superman, bro. This man said if you come back as Superman, I'll be done. Yo, bro, that would have been hard, though. That would have been hard. That would have been hard. Money Mike crazy. I'm back. It was the police because of my neighbors. The people across, they're always doing something crazy over there. So the police knocked on it to ask me questions about over there. The police are here once a month at that house over there. So yeah, so I don't, hey, they asked us to look, I don't know. They just, there's kids, everything else. That's all it was. Jared Thomas was good. So where does Roger Craig rank among pass catching backs in NFL history? He got to be top 5, bro. He's top 3. Top 3? You got to give it to the guys that had gotten 1,000 yards. There's only been, 3 running backs in NFL history to get 1,000 yards receiving or something like that. Christian McCaffrey, Roger Craig, and Thing. I think those are the only 3. Everybody else hasn't been close. Straight up. So, yo, y'all make me laugh. Y'all really said, bro, this man come out like Superman. It's over, bro. Super Tro. Oh. That's probably what I would have done. But the other guys are real people. But if I was going to say I was going to dress up about this, probably what it would be. Straight up. First running back with 1,000 rushing receiving ever. Yeah, he got to be top 3. Like, hey, not had the old lady yelling again. Don't got a lot of us. Nah, trust me on it. Trust me, I promise y'all, because I won't lie to you guys, that's definitely not what it was. The neighbors that we have across, it's always problems, man. Always. And I stay to myself. You know me, I stay to myself. As long as you ain't bringing no foolishness over here, say leave me alone. But they be on foolishness over there, so. Matter of fact, this is not the first time this has happened. There was another time where the cops came and I had to get offline when I was live and had to go answer the door. Say the first time this has happened. Bo Jackson top 3 and then no he's not. There's not enough body of work. Bo might have, if you're talking about potential, then he'd be top 3. But you can't look at these other guys' body of work and then compare Bo Jackson to them. I'm sorry. Nope. Bo Jackson did not have longevity. And I get it. Injuries, that happens. But you can't compare Grant Hill to Michael Jordan. Like, you know what I'm saying? Penny Hardaway to Magic Johnson. Like, yeah, bro, nah. Amazing athlete, strong. He had probably one of the most upside you'll ever see for a player, but nah. Yeah, bro, like, I'm just keeping it a buck. Let me see if I can go to his stats. Let's go check Bo's stats real quick. Rushing, bro, he never even had a 1,000-yard rushing season. It's not like, what? He never even had, like, bro, the man never had a 1,000-yard rushing season. I'm sorry, bro. He can't even be top. He's not even top 10. Sorry. He had a lot of upside, but not even top 10. Now, guys, I don't know about this. I was telling you guys about the movie. Bro, does he look more like a Superboy than a Superman? Like, he looked like the suit looks too big on him. Like he looked like somebody that's filling in to be Superman. Like, you know that guy like Superboy, like Superman gets hurt, but he still has to represent Superman. Superman still has to be there. A representation of Superman still has to be there, so he puts on the suit, but the suit, he doesn't fill out the suit like Superman. That's what this looks like. And is it me, or does he look a little Latino? Like, he looks like he'd be like, hey, papi, my mate, right? Am I tripping? Oh, bro, I'm just being real, bro. Saw the joy out of the game from them, bro. Nitro, Nick Wright said that he now needs to see Jalen Hurts win with less, like what Holmes has. That, you see what I'm saying? That's what I talk about. You know what, Jared Thomas? That's one of the things that I talk about. When they don't like you, they'll just pivot to narratives. They'll say you can never win. Then if you win, you won with stipulations. So now you have to win a whole different way to prove your worth. Name another quarterback that they say that won with nothing. Mahomes played with two of the greatest at their positions in NFL history of their era at the minimum. Also with the best coach of this era. Easy. What are we talking like? I can't stand him, bro. Can't. Superman needs to pump it up. Yeah, Zelly, he looks like Robin cosplaying as Superman, bro. Like, bro, I don't know if it's the curly hair, the lack of definite, like, bro, the oversized draws, paws. Like, this don't look like Superman to me, bro. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. It don't look like Superman. And Mahomes has had always a solid O-line. Super team. Bro, he don't look like Superman, bro. I know I can't be the only one. This do not look like, how about Eddie George or Chris Johnson? Great running backs. They're not in the top 5. They did, like, Eddie George was great for a good amount of time, but he didn't have the longevity and the absolutely just off-the-wall years to say, oh, my God, like, hold on. Let me go to Eddie George. Eddie George is nice, but when you start talking about the top 10 of all time, Eddie George is not top 10, bro. He's not. Like, I can name too many people I can put in front of him. Look at this. That's what I'm trying to say, y'all, bro. I know I'm not tripping. 1,300 yards, 1,300 yards, 1,200 yards, 1,300 yards, 1,500 yards. Bro, he got 1,500 yards on 403 attempts. That's crazy. His best season, he was averaging 3.7 yards a carry. Then 3 yards a carry. Then 3 point, bro. His career averages 3.6 yards per carry. Yeah, bro, I'm sorry. I'm not, it's not even close. I already know this off the bat. I go just to get the statistics to prove my point. I'm trying to tell you, man, a lot of these guys hold special places in our heart. So when you look at them, you be like, oh, man, they were so good. But when your memory of them are better than how they actually were. Like Priest Holmes had some amazing seasons. People always forget about Priest Holmes and them. He another one that had some amazing seasons. But he's not top 10. And Priest Holmes had an amazing. Priest Holmes to me had a better career than what's his name? Hold on. Stats. Look at this. 1,400, 1,600, 1,500, 1,000. He had 1, 2, 3, 4 years over 1,000 yards. 1,600 as his best. His career at 4.6 yards per carry. Like, yeah, Priest Holmes was much better. And shout out to him because he played for Baltimore. He has only the respect he deserves. Breaking news, only Nitro could save us now. Andrew James was like that also, yeah. Maurice Jones-Drew was like that. He had that one 1,600-yard season, and then it never came close after that, but he was really consistent for a long time. And then, then it was done. There was another, I forgot the big Rams back, pause. There was another guy, forgot his name. He was a bigger back. really big guy, Steven something. I think his name was like Steven something. He was another judge, 1,000 yards almost every year, 1,001, 1,005. Steven Jackson, I think his name was. Curtis Martin stats. Oh, yeah, he was another one. Yeah. Yeah, Steven Jackson, Jared Thomas. You remember him. I'm telling you, man, I got a memory up here, bro. And that's off the dome. Yes, everyone's saying Steven Jackson. Yup. TD, Terrell Davis, he got hurt. Terrell Davis was on pace to be probably a top 5 back of all time. Injuries robbed him. But nonetheless, he didn't play super long, so it is what it is. Every time I remember Jones-Drew, I remember that Monday night loss to the Jacks, 12-7 in 2011. Yeah, he was just a rumbling, tumbling bowling ball. That's what Maurice Jones-Drew was. He was stocky, short, stout. He was the 3 S's. Like, the man was a literal amalgamation of a bowling ball in human form. Nitro, remember that's the reason why Nick Wright said without hesitation that he'll take Josh Allen over Jalen Hurts. He gave Josh Allen credit for winning by himself. He never won by himself. Josh Allen's O-line is absolutely fantastic. He had a decent receiving core, a receiving core that would still be better than all the receiving cores that Lamar Jackson had previously in his career. And then he had an amazing running back, and a running back that was better than every running back that Lamar's ever had outside of Derrick Henry. Make it make sense. So that's why I look at Nick Wright and be like, yeah, all right. Josh Allen has had amazing O-lines, amazing receivers, really, really top, really, really good running backs. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, he's had good to great on all of his offensive pieces, except for the tight end. You could say, well, the tight end now is good, but all the other was never an elite tight end. But everything else has been really, really good to great throughout all his offensive pieces. Lamar's never had that. Lamar had elite tight end. That's it. O-line, whack. Wide receivers, whack. Running backs, whack. Exactly. He's already been proving he doesn't have to do much for the Bills to win. Bro, I'm still stuck on this man, bro. Like, this is a this is a $100, $200 million movie. How can't you get a suit that fits this bro properly? And why wasn't he in the gym building? Let me do this one right now. If they come to me and they say, yo, Nitro, hey, what's up? We have, if you could lose 100 pounds, get to about 200, maybe 190, and we'll put you in a DC movie as, I don't know, Static Shock. I'm losing every pound in 4 to 5 months. I promise you that. Like, this man had ample time to amp up. Like, Henry Cavill and what's his name from the CW? Forgot his name. Those two played amazing Supermans. They had the body structure, the face, the strong jawline. This man got a round face. Like, I'm going to see it. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, remember that movie Superman Returns? When it was with the other guy, that 1 year Superman that everyone was like, why would you pick him as Superman? Like, he has, like, mind you, no muscle definition, a rounder face, kind of curly-ish hair. That's what Superman Returns was. That's what this guy is. To me, it takes away what Superman. Superman is an alien. He's an alien with perfect physiology. If you read the backstory of Superman, he had to wear baggy clothes to make himself seem disheveled, clumsy, unassuming. Like, he's unassuming he looked like he dressed up for Halloween. Straight up. The only reason why we know he's Superman because he can fly. Be like, you ain't Superman. He'd be like, oh, be like, yo, Superman's on the Ozempic? Susempic? Like, bro. Superwoman on CW was fire. Yeah, she did good playing it too. Kara. She did okay. I think they could have picked a better Kara, but she did it. She did it good though. Yeah. Hey yo. Oh. This man said Grease version of. Oh my god. Oh god. Yo, Envy a butthole, bro. Oh, ooh, 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 in an emotion, ooh, 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 ain't what I need. Now I cannot see it. Oh my god. Oh my man, it's a Grease version, bro. This is nasty work, bro. This is nasty work, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yo, what's wrong, Envy? What's wrong with you, bro? Why you like this? Man came out of left field with the whole run, bro. Nasty, bro. Oh my god. He does. Cause I kept saying he got that curly hair. Like, he looks like, and don't take this the wrong way, he don't look like a Clark. He kind of looks like an Ernesto. Am I tripping when I say that? He looks more like an Ernesto more than a Clark. Like, mami, are the tamales ready? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he looks more Latin. Like, he goes to college, becomes a politician. He don't look like Superman. Like, and mind you, I'm not trying to be, he doesn't look like a Clark. Right? There was a kid that used to go to, my mom used to have a daycare when I told you this already. And he looks like the adult version of one of the Spanish kids that used to go to my mom's daycare. Like, I swear, he looks like the older version of him. Yo, y'all is tripping, bro. Pablo said Degrassi, Superman. Guru came and said, good morning, Nitro. Good morning, bro. Dawson Creekish. Zoe 101, Superman. Yeah. Bro. He would have played the perfect Elvis. On the next moon. Up. In Elvis biopic. I just heard somebody scream. Over this. I'm telling you. I just heard somebody scream. Like a blood. Always over there with something. But tell me right now, he don't look like he could play a young Elvis. Good point out. Very good point out. Very good point out. Yo, do you know who he could play? You remember, now you couldn't play, forget it. Because of the eyes, forget it, now you couldn't play it. That boy ain't no Clark. Yeah, he don't look like a Clark. This man said he looked like a Jonas brother. Ashley Sheldon said a boy band Superman. An NSYNC Superman. Backstreet Boys. 98 degrees. Hanson. Oh. Oh my God. I'm sorry, he don't look like it, bro. Nickelback. I actually like Nickelback. I got that one song, Learn and Photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. How did my eyes get so red? And then what again he said. I actually like that song, Photographed by them. I really like that song, Photographed by them. I really do. He could be the Eli Manning in a documentary about the Mannings. If his hair was like dirty blonde, yeah. The last two Supermans, bro, like, they just did such a good job. It set the bar so high that it's almost unfair to him. But once again, they gave him why is his suit so loose? Like, he looks more like a Superboy other than a Superman. He looks like Kal-El's son. You know what I'm saying? Trying to fill in for his father. That's what it looks like. Which he would probably do perfect. Do you know, if you wanted to keep him as a Marvel, a DC character, do y'all know the Cadmus version of Superman that they made that couldn't fly? And he had like super strength, but he couldn't fly yet, and stuff like that, and he could move at super speed. That he could have played that. The Teen Titan, I forgot the Teen Titan version of him, Connor Kent. Connor Kent, he could have did Connor Kent. But this Envy said Hal L. Oh my God. Envy, why are you like this, bro? Man said Hal L. Oh my God. Oh God, bro. It's too early. Too early, bro. Matter of fact, it's midday. Forget it. Just keep doing you. He needs to trade with King Henry ASAP. Facts. He needs more chest than that suit. Facts. Nigel Nick Wright doesn't like players with stacked teams. He always praises play. He didn't say nothing about Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has a stacked team. They said, well, that's just because we have a better offense than yours. When people were talking about Patrick Mahomes having a stacked team, that's what he was saying. So I don't want to hear nothing from him now. That's what I'm saying. He's a hypocrite. Hypocrite. Tired of him. Tell him to go do something with himself. Man, hate that guy. It's annoying. Yo, all right, guys. Listen, we're going to end the show. And usually I end with you guys with the horns and everything. I'm going to end this with, since we're talking about Superman. This isn't a throwback. It's more of a question. Since we're talking about Superman, we're going to end on this. If you had a choice to have any which one of these powers, you take a pill and you become not the character, but somebody from that race with their power, with those powers, which pill are you picking? Which pill? Mind you, I already know the pill I'm picking. To me, there's only really one right answer. But, I mean, I can see why some people would. I know which one a lot of you guys are going to pick. But to me, there's only one right answer. But I want to know what you guys think. If you could be a Martian, Kryptonian, Saiyan, or Viltrumite, which one would you pick? I need to know. Envy, there was only like 10 elite Saiyans. All of them got wiped out with one finger by Frieza. Most of them were not even as strong as the Z fighters on Earth before the Saiyan saga. And they can't breathe in space. It is debating. It's not saying. For one, here's the thing. Okay, I'm going to break this down for you my way, right? Viltrumite, you have the ear canal thing. To me, no matter what world or anything, there's extreme sound devices that can hamper you, right? So you're a lesser version of a Kryptonian. So that takes out the Viltrumites. Saiyan, right? The best of the best Saiyans are Vegeta and Goku, okay? They cannot breathe in space, right? They have a lot of different abilities, but once again, most of those abilities were only made because of going to Earth. Goku was the only Saiyan with those skill sets because he was on Earth and being trained by 5 different masters. The teleportation for the whatever they call them, little purple people, the Kaioken times whatever. You know what I'm saying? Going God mode, meaning, Beerus the Destroyer and them like that. He was always taught by somebody. So that's not, all his abilities are not Saiyan based. His abilities were learned mostly from Earth. So all you get from a Saiyan is super strength, super speed, and you have Kai Blast, but you can't travel through space unaided. That leaves Kryptonian and Martian. If I'm picking Martian. Now, they say fire is not a real weakness. If you read the comics, the Green Lantern Corps was scared of the Martians because they said that they were by far the most dangerous species in the entire galaxy. So to hamper them from becoming overpowered, they implanted the fear of fire in them. Think about it. A guy that could tank, that could fly next to the sun, fire hurts him. It's all mental, and eventually he breaks through those mental shortcomings. You would have shape shifting, mind reading, super strength, super speed, eye beams. Like, Martian Manhunter has everything Kryptonians have, and you can shapeshift and shapeshift your body to anything you want. Grow, fly, like, you can become intangible on top of it. Like, you can float through things. Like, bro, Martian is by far the most overpowered out of all of these. Now, if you're looking for just pure power, saying, no, I don't care about it, I just want pure power, then Kryptonian, I get it. But if you're talking about diverse skill set and having the level of strength that the best Kryptonians have, like, Superman only barely out-tips Martian in strength. Sorry, I'm going Martian. Yeah, he can phase through objects. Everybody likes Goku because of Super Saiyan. A lot of us grew up on anime. I get it. There's that love. If it's Goku himself, like, it didn't say Goku, it says Saiyan. That's what I try to tell y'all. They're showing you the representation is, but it's Saiyan. If you're saying I get everything Goku could do, then I'm picking Goku. Why? Because Goku's already proven there's nothing that he cannot do. In the Dragon Ball Z universe, their power for Goku, his power scaling, there's no power scaling for him. He can use magic, read minds. He can teleport anywhere in the world, anywhere in the universe in a second. Super speed, Kai usage, energy blasts, energy waves, like transformations, healing. So, but that's what I'm saying. It only says Saiyan. It's not Goku that you're getting. You're just becoming a Saiyan. So who in this world is going to teach you all the stuff that Goku knows? Mind you, to get to where Goku did, he had to train his butt off. Like, think about the grueling stuff that he had to do to achieve the level of greatness that he is. Are you willing to put that in? That amount of work in? You got to ask yourself that. Waking up every morning, push-ups, running with how many weights on your body, doing 1,000 one-fingered pull-ups and push-ups like this, training at 150 times gravity. You know what I'm saying? Being in a place for a year where there's no humans, just emptiness, nothingness. I'd rather just have my powers given to me, Martian or Kryptonian. But Martian, I'm picking the diverse amount of abilities. The Martians are so overpowered, it's ridiculous. Hold on. Like, Martian Manhunter's powers are ridiculous. Like, his powers are ridiculous. Like, it's a list of powers. He has molecular control. Check this out. So on top of shapeshift, he has molecular control. He can control the molecular structure and allow him to change his appearance and physical form, imitating people, creatures, or even objects. Elasticity and malleability. This control allows him to ability to stretch his limbs and manipulate his body's density. Okay, size alteration. He can shrink down to the size of a fly or grow to massive sizes. Telepathy, mind reading, communication, mental manipulation, mental shields, telepathic assaults. Then he has superhuman strength, comparable to Superman. Invulnerability and regeneration. He can regenerate body parts, right? He could cut, like, if you cut off his arm, somehow his arm falls off, he could get it back. Super speed and flight. He can fly at speeds comparable to Superman and possesses superhuman reflexes, enhanced senses. He possesses 9 senses, granting him superior perception compared to humans, including telescopic, microscopic, and X-ray vision. Intangibility and invisibility. He can phase through objects and render himself invisible to light and even advanced technology. He has Martian vision, spectrum vision, energy blasts. Bro, super breath comparable to him. He's a genius level intellect also. Like, bro, like, what are we talking about here? No, Goku couldn't be able to fight him. Martian Manhunter can become intangible. Then there's no way Goku could touch him. And he could solidify his hand in Goku's chest. Goku's dead. Like, you're not, like, I'm not a cartoon. I'm going to fight smart. Like, if I have the ability of intangibility, there's nothing you can do to hit me. And I can turn intangible and invisible. Yo, I'm sorry, bro. Yeah. Bro, I'm sorry, bro. I'm going manhunting. Goku, once again, you're not getting Goku's powers. You're getting the base powers of a Saiyan. You're not getting Goku's powers. You're getting the base power scale of a Saiyan. That's why that's why they said Viltrumite. You're not getting the best, you're getting the base level of what a Viltrumite is. Base level of a Kryptonian. Base level of a Martian. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Manhunter, Panhunter, Transgender Hunter, Goku, and this guy, bro. He looks like a spin. Bro, I want you to understand how crazy it would be that you can manipulate your body in any way, become invisible, become intangible. You can change the density of your body to become heavy or light. Like, those powers alone make you OP. If you can't see me, I'm a ghost. And I can just float through everything. You can't see me. I'm a ghost. You can't sense me. And he has mental blockers because he has telepathy and stuff like that. So you can't sense his mind anywhere. Like, he's OP. He's the definition of OP. His species is the definition of OP. You forgot how strong his little niece is? The niece that came down? She's not even a green Martian. She's a white Martian. And she's OP also. Bro, the world wouldn't know what to do with Nitro. Nothing. The world would change overnight. Overnight. You don't even know if I did it or not. Did you see me do it? No. Do you have any fingerprints to know? But you can phase through things. Did you see me do it? Sound like the best option. I'm telling you. You like Superman, okay, I could punch. He's as strong as Superman. He has speed comparable to Superman. He has heat vision like Superman. Super breath like Superman. Can fly like Superman. But then you add on all of the Professor X powers on top of it, all the X-Men powers, and he's pretty much the Fantastic Four. Martian Manhunter is Superman with all the Fantastic Four's powers. And Professor X. If you take X-Men, Fantastic Four, put them together, right? And you take a Kryptonian, kiss, have a baby, that's a Martian. That's a Martian. That's exactly what it is. Regeneration like Wolverine, telepathy like Professor X, eye beams like Cyclops, invisibility like the Invisible Girl, the density of the Thing, you can create yourself hardened or whatever else it is, like the Thing, right? The fire part, okay, I'll give you that. But the stretchability, malleability of a Mr. Fantastic, then you get Superman, all the Kryptonian powers on top of it. How are you picking anything else? How? Once again, they can't breathe in space. So if the world goes boom, you go boom. Martian, I can live on pretty much any planet. He could terraform any planet. Y'all know this, right? So he can make any planet livable. Martian, that's his powers. He's powerful enough to terraform any planet. Bro, I don't know what else to say. I know people got their favorites, but Martian is by far the best one. I gave you all the stuff. If you want to, I know that we live in a world where I get it, but that's just my favorite. Cool. But if you're doing it straight up, strictly abilities, Martian clears easily. Low diff. Like straight up. But guys, that's the episode of the Wonderkid Morning Show. Hope you guys had a wonderful day, a wonderful morning being here with me. If you haven't already done so, please remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I will see y'all later. Y'all know I keep the content flowing all day long. We will be talking on the other channel about the top 100 that was already been talked about. And we'll be talking about PFFs offensive line, what they said about our offensive line. And I just want to say I was correct once again. But I'll let them tell it to you, okay? Because some of y'all don't believe me. You believe PFF. So no problem. But guys, once again, I'm out of here. Have a great day. I love you guys. And don't forget to like, subscribe. Peace. And I'm out of here, all right? Yerp!
Finish him, Daddy. You're not my dad!